Paletteville was the most beautiful town you could ever imagine. Every house gleamed with a different hue. The bakery was a cheerful golden yellow, the library a deep royal blue, the fire station a bold crimson red. Flowers bloomed in every shade, and the sky painted itself new colors every sunrise and sunset. The townspeople had never known a world without color. That is, until the morning everything turned gray. It happened without warning. A girl named Mina woke up in her tiny house at the edge of town and stretched her arms toward the window and gasped. The brilliant purple walls of her bedroom had faded to ash. Her rainbow of paintbrushes sat in grayscale. Even the morning light looked like it was filtered through an old photograph.
"Mom! Dad!" she called out, rushing downstairs. "Something's wrong." Her parents stood in the kitchen, staring out the window in shock. Outside, Paletteville had transformed into a black and white sketch of itself. The golden bakery was now dull beige. The blue library had become a lifeless gray. The red fire station looked like charcoal. Even the flowers had lost their bloom, drooping as if they'd forgotten why they existed. People stumbled through the streets, confused and sad. Colors didn't just make things pretty, they helped the townspeople feel things. Without red, they couldn't feel passionate. Without blue, there was no calm. Without yellow, there was no warmth. Mina's mother hugged her tight. "The colors have gone," she whispered. "But why?" "I'm going to find them," Mina said, her heart beating with determination. "And I'm going to bring them back." Her parents wanted to stop her, but they saw something in her eyes, the kind of spark that only brave hearts have. So Mina packed her empty paintbrush set, a water bottle, and her most precious possession, a small notebook full of drawings she'd made before the colors disappeared. She stepped out into the gray world and began to walk. The first color Mina found was red, and he was furious. She discovered him sitting on a cloud at the edge of town, grumbling and sulking. When she climbed up to meet him, Red was pacing back and forth like an angry giant.
"Go away! I've had it with your town. Do you know what it's like to spend your whole existence being a warning, a danger sign, a symbol of blood and fear?"
Mina sat down quietly and listened. She didn't interrupt. She didn't try to fix things right away.
"Every single day, I'm the stop sign telling people no. I'm the alarm that makes people panic. I'm the thing everyone fears. What about my other side? What about passion? What about love? What about bravery?"
Mina thought for a moment, then opened her notebook. She showed Red the drawings she'd made before the colors fled. In one picture, a boy gave a red rose to a girl he was too shy to talk to any other way. In another, a firefighter in red gear ran into a burning building to save a family. In a third, a young dancer in a red dress performed her heart out on stage, and the audience wept because they felt her courage. Red's anger began to soften as he looked at each picture.
Do you see? Yes, you warn people, but you also make them brave. You help them love. You make them feel alive. Will you come back with me?
Red's cloud began to glow a little, not fully, but a faint crimson gleam appeared around the edges. Red nodded slowly, and he said, "Yes." As they descended from the cloud, the fire station below began to glow red again. It was a start. The next day, Mina found Blue floating in the river on the far side of town. She paddled out to meet him on a piece of driftwood, and she could see that Blue was crying, his tears falling into the water and making ripples.
"I'm tired of being the color of sadness. Every time someone feels down, they think of me. Every time there's grief or loneliness, there I am, making things worse. People try to avoid me. They say, "Don't be blue," like I'm something bad.
Mina didn't have any words at first, so she just sat with Blue in the silence. Then she took off her shoes and dangled her feet in the river. "Feel this?" she asked Blue. The water was cool and calm. It didn't make Mina sad. It made her feel peaceful. It made her feel like everything would be okay. "That's you too," Mina said. "Come with me. I want to show you something." She took Blue's hand and they walked to the highest hill in Paletteville. From there, they could see the sky stretching endlessly above them. The sky was vast and gentle, full of peace and possibility. "The sky is blue," Mina said, "and when I look at the sky, I don't feel sad. I feel calm. I feel like I'm part of something bigger than my worries. That's you, Blue. You're not just sadness. You're also peace. You're wisdom. You're the feeling of being safe enough to rest." Blue looked up at the sky, and for the first time, he began to understand. The colors started to seep back into the world. The river sparkled, the sky brightened, and the lake at the edge of town shimmered with a beautiful, peaceful blue. "Thank you, Mina," Blue said softly. "I'm ready to come home."
Yellow was the hardest to find. She had hidden herself in a secret place, under a willow tree by the edge of town where no one could see her. When Mina finally discovered her, Yellow was trembling and wouldn't come out.
I can't go back. Everyone expects me to be happy all the time. Smile, smile, smile. Be cheerful, be bright, be fun. But you know what? Sometimes I don't feel happy. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm sad too. And people don't know what to do with a sad Yellow. They just tell me to cheer up and stop being a downer.
Mina lay down in the grass by the tree, looking up at the branches. She understood this one better than she'd expected. "I'm tired too sometimes," Mina admitted. "Even though I love to paint, even though painting makes me happy, some days I just want to rest." Yellow peeked out from the leaves. "And you know what?" Mina continued. "I think that's okay. I think that's actually really important. Because if I never rested, I'd burn out like a candle. I couldn't keep making beautiful things." Mina pulled out her notebook and found a picture she'd drawn, a sun setting on the horizon. It wasn't bright and harsh. It was gentle, glowing with a soft golden light as it rested below the horizon. "Yellow isn't just the sun at noon," Mina explained. "You're also the light of the evening. You're the glow of a candle when someone needs comfort. You're the warmth of rest. It's okay to shine, and it's okay to rest too. Both things are you." Yellow came out from under the tree, and Mina gave her a hug. For a moment, she rested her head on Mina's shoulder, and that was enough. That was everything. Slowly, yellow light began to return to Paletteville. The wheat fields glowed, the morning sunlight returned, and the bakery shone warm and inviting again.
When all three colors came back with Mina, something magical happened. Red, blue, and yellow merged together, and instead of returning to their separate lives, they began to mix and create new colors. Purple emerged from red and blue, the color of imagination and creativity. Green bloomed from blue and yellow, the color of growth and renewal. Orange blazed from red and yellow, the color of joy and warmth. The townspeople watched in wonder as the new colors spread across Paletteville. The old colors didn't disappear, they stayed, but now they were joined by these beautiful new combinations. Every street had depth and richness. Every flower had complexity. Every sunset told a new story. But the most important thing wasn't what the town looked like. It was what the people learned. The townspeople realized that you don't have to be one thing all the time. Red wasn't just danger, it was passion and love too. Blue wasn't just sadness, it was peace and wisdom. Yellow wasn't just happiness, it was rest and comfort too. And the new colors showed how different feelings could mix together to create something even more beautiful. Mina was invited to the town square for a celebration. The mayor gave her a medal made of all the colors of the rainbow, and the children of Paletteville asked her to teach them to paint. That night, Mina sat in her room surrounded by all her colors. The real ones had come back, and now she had new ones to explore. She painted a picture of the day she brought the colors home. In it, she showed red learning to be brave, blue finding peace, and yellow discovering rest. She showed them all mixing together to create something new. As she painted, she whispered a promise to herself. Every color matters, every feeling matters, and together they make life beautiful.
Years passed, and Paletteville became famous around the world. People came from everywhere to see the town that had learned the secret of colors. But the real magic wasn't in the colors themselves. It was in what Mina had taught the town, that every emotion has value, even the uncomfortable ones. That being one color, always happy, always brave, always calm, wasn't the goal. That the real beauty of life came from honoring all your feelings and letting them work together, like colors on a canvas. And whenever someone in Paletteville felt sad, they didn't hide their blue. They sat with it and let it teach them something. When they felt angry, they didn't run from their red. They let it fuel their passion for what mattered. When they felt tired, they didn't fight their yellow's need to rest. They gave themselves permission to pause. Red, blue, and yellow lived peacefully in Paletteville, no longer hiding, no longer angry, no longer ashamed. They were part of a rainbow, and that was more than enough. And Mina? She became the town's greatest artist, not because she painted the prettiest pictures, but because she painted pictures that people could feel in their hearts. She painted with every color, and every color in her paintings looked exactly the way it was supposed to. Flawed, beautiful, true, and whole. Because every feeling, like every color, matters. And together, they make life beautiful.